Thank you. My name is R.Joshua and I'm a founder of the Facebook group Homeless Advocates for Christ. And I'd like to read a Bible verse really quick out of Matthew chapter 25, verse 41. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, you cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you took me not in. Naked, and you clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and you visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison? Did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, as much as you did it not to one of the least of these, you did not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. I just wanted to share those verses. Unfortunately, it seems like some individuals, NIMPD and code enforcement, are at war with the homeless, which means ultimately they're at war with God. You know, God says that those that oppress the poor, they're basically attacking the Maker, and reproaching the Maker. And that's what I see a lot of right now. I had an email chat with Sandra, I believe her name is Sager, from code enforcement. And she's supporting the actions of code enforcement as far as them going out and they're giving these tags to people that are 3-hour notices saying you have to get your property out of the park, right? Or we're going to take your property. And they do it. They've actually taken property from the homeless while they're with their property. Okay, so I understand putting this on a property that's unattended, but if a homeless person with their blanket or whatever's there, why are you taking that from them? How evil is that? It's not kindness. It's far from it. So Sergeant Lozo and Hampton and Conklin, all of them have also been involved in these actions and telling the homeless they can't have their belongings in the parks and stuff. I'd like to know from you, I guess, was that the intent of this law, AMC 11.10.040, when you passed it? Was that you'd be able to, send these people to the parks and tell homeless people they can't have any belongings in the park, or they're just going to take it from them while they're with their property. I mean, that sounds so satanic, really, and evil to do that to homeless and poor people, and it's completely against God. And I'd like to hopefully have a meeting where we could actually talk about the rights of the poor and how we could defend them. I'd like you guys to be in attendance, because the Bible says defend the rights of the poor. We need to know what those rights are and work to defend those. I only have 20 seconds here, but there's a lot more I could say. But a lot of other cities aren't doing these things. Seattle, La Habra, a lot of other cities are treating the homeless way better than that. So let me know if you'd like to meet. I'd love to. I've sent you some emails. I haven't heard from you still, Mayor. Videos and things. I don't know if you got any of those, but I still haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I've said I want to meet with you, and hopefully that's being worked out with our staff. Let me just say that the situation you described, obviously, if somebody has property with them, a blanket, clothing, food, at the park here, we have absolutely every right to have it at the park, whether you're homeless or if you're Bill Gates. The rights are equal. So if we've done something wrong, I apologize. Now, on the balancing side, people are not allowed to camp overnight in the park.
And I understand that. I don't have an issue with that.
So that's a balance, and sometimes, as a city, we're not perfect. I know we're trying on the whole coming home Anaheim. It's a whole different way of approaching this issue, and I know we're not perfect.
Yeah.
Citing people for just having coffee with them at the park, I agree that is something that everyone has a right to their property, take it to the park, just like you take a picnic basket to the park.
Exactly.
So, we're working on it. I know we're getting better, and I know the officers, I know personally, and code enforcement folks are treating folks as humans, with humanity as equals, but sometimes things don't go 100% right. So we're working on it.
Yeah, I wish that.
Thank you for your advocacy.
Yeah, I appreciate your apology too. I wish that code enforcement would do the same with people like Sandra Sager. I mean, she's managing these code enforcement people that are doing this stuff, and she's not apologizing, she's defending their actions, and that's what really concerns me. And it's very damaging to the most vulnerable in society, so. But I thank you for your apology. That's a much more mature thing to say. You can't really defend those types of actions.
Well, I know Sandra has a big heart, and she's trying to, and we're making progress.
Thanks for your time.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. After a year, I think we're moving in a good direction with the shelter being built. We still face ourselves with a lot of homeless out there at this time. After the shelter at the armory closed, I see more people out and around, and especially now that they've been thrown out of the parks. And I could, say a thing about these policies that are really affecting the homeless, which actually affects our Bill of Rights because they are people too. And with their possessions being taken away, that's infringing on our Bill of Rights. But also, I know that in the Bible there's over 2,000 scriptures regarding the homeless or the poor, so that's very close to God's heart. So, and just in Isaiah 10:1-3 says, "Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees. You deprive the poor of their rights, and withholding justice for the oppressed of my people, making widows of their prey, and robbing the fatherless. What will you do on the day of reckoning, when disaster comes from afar? To whom will you run for help? Where will you leave your riches?" And then 1 John 3 says, "If anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need, but has not pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? Dear children, let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and truth." And the first step that you're bringing about is shelter coming up. But we do need a safe zone for them, because they're being oppressed and they're being targeted. And I feel that, for some reason these policies are not working and they're making it worse, because now they're even afraid to go to the park. So now they're out there in the alleys and everywhere else. So I think, there's open lot somewhere out there, and that they could have a peaceful park or something for their own, where they could commute and be left in peace. Because they can't rest. The only time they can rest is in the daytime. And when they can't sleep at night, because not only they have to look out for the criminal environment around,
Mr. Gilbert,
then police, then